What is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video I want to answer a question that someone sent over to me on Instagram this week, and I thought it would be something that was good to share with you guys as well. I have a feeling that a lot of people that find my channel are sort of brand new to the SX, they've just purchased it, or the 404a as well. So I've got a feeling that a lot of you are brand new to it and you've bought the unit because you've watched X amount of YouTube videos about it, probably some of mine, probably some of others as well, making beats. And you've bought the unit, it's arrived, and you just don't know where to start with it. So it's an understandable position. I remember first getting it, I already had a little bit of experience with samplers, so kind of already had a feel for what did what. But if you're brand new to the game, obviously this can be quite a daunting little box. There's a lot of buttons on the interface. So I think one of the important things to understand with the amount of buttons that you see in front of you is that there is no menu diving on this device. There's no menus, there's no way of going to menus through the screen. So because of that, there needs to be a control for basically everything that you can do on the face of it. So when you're looking at this unit and you're seeing the buttons and you're thinking it's a bit daunting, I think it's better to think of it of thinking that is pretty much everything there that you can actually do on this device. So it's a clear indicator of what it can do. You've got buttons for everything: record, delete, cancel, marking a sample at various points. There's buttons for absolutely everything that you need to do on this device, and if there isn't a direct button for it, there's a combination which is usually pretty simple to do. So my first bit of advice really is, if you've just picked up this unit, is don't be put off by the amount of buttons on the interface. It's because there's no menus and there has to be those buttons there for you to do the stuff that you need to do with it. So the first thing that I would recommend after getting over that initial sort of fear of the device is just to actually spend some time with the device. Now I know this sounds a bit stupid, and when you get a new thing there's a lot of sort of impatient feelings because you want to start making beats straight away. You're excited to make beats with it, especially with the SX. You're excited to get samples in there and start making beats. So the first thing I would recommend though is these beats aren't going to start popping up out of nowhere. You need to actually spend time with the unit, work out how it actually works before you start putting beats down with it. I think that's a really important tip, is to know what this is capable of, to know what you can do with the controls, so when you need them it's second nature just to go for them and be able to do what you need to do. So that's my first little bit of advice, is just sit down and spend some time with the unit and work out what everything does, and then maybe you can start making beats once you've got a good grasp of what's going on. The second piece of advice which I'd recommend is to set yourself a beat making challenge. Now I think this is a great way of doing a number of things with your beat making. I think it's a really good way of improving your beats. I think it's a good way of getting to know a device as well, and I think it's just a fun thing that you can do. You see a lot of people doing 30-day beat challenges. I really recommend you set yourself a target of say 10, 15, 20, even 50 or 100 beats. I know that sounds pretty daunting at first, but if you can bash out 20 to 30 beats on this box, I guarantee by the time that you've made those beats you will know way more about this unit than you did when you started. So that's a really good tip, I think, is set yourself a target of a number of beats. Not that you're necessarily going to release or do anything with them, but just get making beats with this device. And that is a great way to learn. You'll find problems as you're making beats, and then you can research those problems and you'll probably find answers to them. Most likely they're going to be on my channel because I've got so many videos about various things about this unit. But there are other channels that will cover problems that will help you as well. So get making stuff on this, and that is a great way to learn. Just throw yourself in at the deep end. Okay, the next point which I was going to suggest is something that I've already just touched on there really, is use YouTube to learn about this device. Now obviously this is a massive self-promotion point for me because this is exactly what my channel is all about. I want to teach you guys how to use this unit. Get on my channel, look through all the videos, watch those videos before you even start using this device maybe, just so you're familiar with how the device works and what it can do and the workflows that you can do with this device as well. I do genuinely think that my videos are really helpful, and they're especially good for beginners, people that are just picking up this unit. So if you get a chance, just watch through a few of my videos to get a grasp of how this thing works. And yeah, I should probably say as well that other channels are available. You can go and find tips for the SX all over the internet and all over YouTube. So definitely will help you to get to grips with this unit if you go ahead and do some research, especially through YouTube, because there's a lot of content on here now which is very helpful for this device. Okay, the next tip after that I suggest is to experiment with this box as much as you can. So you'll start using the effects probably when you start making beats. You'll start maybe applying one effect, but I would suggest that you really push yourself with this device and just try and experiment with it as much as you can. It might not end up being the sound that you want, but at least it gets you aware of the characteristics of the unit and also the limitations and what it can actually do and what it can achieve. I think that's really important to know if you're new to the unit. So maybe just get a sample, for example, put it on pad 1 and layer 10 different effects using the resample and just see what sounds you can get out of it. Maybe even record in, reverse samples with the reverse button, resample them with effects on, do loads of different experimentations, and just make a note of all the stuff that you like and start building up that knowledge of things that this unit is good for, that you like, and then you can start building up an overall knowledge of the unit and how you're going to use it. Okay, my last little tip for beginners really that are new to this unit is just to enjoy the process of learning as well. I think that's one of the most important things with anything in life really. If you can find something that you can enjoy learning about, it's going to make the process a lot easier, and it's going to become a lot less daunting as it goes on as well, because personally I love to learn new stuff. So when I picked up this unit, it was just fascinating to me to figure out everything about it and how it works and what I could do with it. So try and approach it with a positive mindset. It's easy to get frustrated with stuff like this when it's new to you and you can't really get the results that you want, but just try and use that as a learning curve and a way of pushing yourself to progress. I think that's really important. Just enjoy using this unit, don't get frustrated with it. I think a lot of people do get frustrated with this box and usually end up just selling them pretty quick just because they don't really understand what it's about. But with a little bit of perseverance and all of those things that I've just said in this video as well, this is a hell of a fun unit to use and it can get some really, really cool effects, especially for lo-fi hip-hop. Just before I finish as well, don't forget to check out spvids.com for my beat packs. So if you're brand new to the game and you need some drum sounds, it's a perfect place to go and pick up my packs. I've got loads of lo-fi packs on there. There's deals on volumes 1, 2 and 3 as a bundle as well, so go ahead and check that out. Don't forget to use the discount code below as well. That's YouTube 10 at the checkout and that gets you 10% off. So that'll give you a massive starting point to work with as well. If you're brand new to this unit, I really do wish you the best of luck figuring it all out, and I hope you enjoy the process, and don't forget to keep coming back and checking for more videos and tips that I'm going to be dropping. So hit that subscribe button, and if this video was useful for you, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that thumbs up as well. Cheers for watching guys, keep making beats and I will be back with more content very soon. Peace!